Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our daily analysis plus fundamentals, right? Actually, starting from today, we are going to twist some other things. So every day when we do the analysis, don't be surprised when you start to see some daily analysis. So what's really happening? Nothing much, nothing much. But remember, today is that Thursday. Actually, tomorrow is gonna be a holiday. I guess it's actually a holiday. So member of FOMC is going to speak. Oh, 12 a.m. Actually, he did already. Oh, okay. I did not really realize that. Now, today, around 2:30 before the market opens, let's say 1 hour before the market open, we have a final GDP quarter over quarter. This is from the US and unemployment claims. Here, it seems like the numbers will be going up, but there is just some estimates, right? So, pending home sales, I don't think these are very, very important. But you see, GDP and also unemployment claims, they are going to make the market to be like at least to move a little bit, right? So the one which is very important is PCE. So PCE is going to be tomorrow, also before the market actually opens. For those who don't know, it's personal consumptions expenditure, actually consumer price index, quite similar to CPI, but it's quite a little bit different. So let me just read this for you. Actually, it's a measure of a change in the price of goods and services purchased by individuals. Purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. So, which means we're talking about your laptops, all those things. So this, we just want to see if maybe there is a change, because sometimes food and energies, those prices, they change like every second. And if the prices are still going up, if your clothes are going up, if whatever that you will be buying is going up, it means inflation is still actually high. And they also use this number or this indicator, PCE, to gauge if maybe the inflation is it's still going up or it's still very hot. So this will give us a clear view whether they are going to still actually increase the rates or not. But they already told us that there is a chance that they will cut the rates three times this year. And if these numbers are going down, that actually means the dollar will be losing the momentum, and that is good for them to cut the rates, right? And after that, likely enough, after that, we are going to see Powell speaks. So if this number is gonna go a little bit lower, I think his speech or whatever that is going to be talking about is going to be very positive, because he is going to also mention core PCE. I hope you understand that. So again, you can also go on CNBC. Not only CNBC, you can check. There are actually different financial markets that websites that you can check. But I just like to check CNBC because I think everything is just quite straightforward in here. So without wasting much of your time, let's actually go. I'm not wasting your time, by the way. Let's actually go on the analysis, right? So on the analysis, guys, here just know that mostly I'm also I will be also going through the analysis, but from this time I will be changing some other things, more on the fundamentals, because currently fundamental is actually everything, especially when the government or the economies are not performing very well. It's where every fundamental or maybe every smaller economic news start to matter, because we're trying to check if maybe things are going back to normal or maybe to positive, so that we can understand whether can we hold our buy, can we do something like that, you see. So that is what we are going to do. Simple as that. So as you know, we start with Euro JPY. what's really happening? You can easily see that the market is actually going very nice. The market is still actually on a very nice uptrend. As you know, I follow the trend, guys. I follow the trend, and this is actually what I will still do. You see, so if maybe I had a buy around this level, the options that I was going to take. I'm actually bit greedy, not that bad greedy, because if I had a trade around this area and we have a support a little bit below that, on my side, I was still going to hold this trade unless if maybe the market breaks out of this. Why? Because I'm not going to over risk around this level, because already we can see the market is a little bit high. So which means for me to get out, it's when the market changes the trend. And if maybe you can follow that, you will see that you can always mostly be right, because the trend was mostly supported 99% of the time. So which means whether you bought at the wrong area, but when you follow your structure, or let's say the trend, most likely the market will end up going back. Yes, along the way you are still going to have those drawdowns. Drawdowns, right? It's drawdowns, right? So on that, it's normal. In the market, actually, we start with the drawdowns before we go on profits. Simple as that. So mostly you can just get in, and 2 minutes you are in that profit. Not really possible that way, but yeah, sometimes you can have something like that. So, but normally we will have a stop loss like this, and from there we know that up around this level, maybe it's going to be this nice resistance. Now it's support. The market can respect that. If the market goes lower, breaks this level or go below that support, obviously it will mean that the market did not really respect that, and maybe this will be the last option. And we'll say, okay, maybe this will be an area where the market is going to respect. So let's push to the next one, which is actually GBP JPY, quite similar to what we saw on Euro JPY. What's really happening? You can easily see that the market is actually doing some very nice structure. When I say that the nice structure, is because as long as the market is still respecting our support, that it means we are actually on the right side of the market, as we are still buying. It's not like maybe we're selling. It's not like maybe we're doing something crazy. We just follow the market and we just continue like that, right? So this is what I see. You can easily see that the market is been respecting this level. So now it seems like the market is trying to go even lower, but there is this one place, this zone, where it's actually the support that we expect the market to actually reach, right? So unless if maybe the market tries to break out, that is also good. We're not going to fight the market. We're not going to fight the market and say, oh, we said it's a buy. Nope. We are just going to follow what we see. And if maybe that is going to break out, then we can just follow that, as simple as possible, right? So let's see. Okay, so yeah, I'm expecting a continuation of that uptrend. So what's really happening? My network seems to be quite slow, but it's fine. It's fine. I think I've been updating some other things on my other. I think on my Xbox it's on. Shit. So anyways, yeah, we are actually on Eurozar. What's really happening on Eurozar? This is what I like, because the market is still actually following what I've been talking about for quite some time. And now maybe you will see the reason why we did not really buy around this level. If we did buy, just look what's really happening. The market is just consolidating, or we can say the market is consolidating inside this wedge. The market is consolidating inside this wedge. But I think this is actually what we have to do. We have to wait for the market to break this level before we jump on there to buy. And yes, we understand that we actually on this uptrend. That's why we don't really talk much about a sell, unless if maybe the market breaks out of that support, then we can start to talk about a sell. As long as the market is still above, we are looking for buy positions or maybe you can call them long if maybe you've been doing some trading for quite long. Mostly buy positions, they are called long positions, right? Or maybe people who actually buy stocks, they know about what I'm talking about, because we've been in the game for quite some time, guys. So if you want to learn from us, you know what to do. So Bitcoin, what's really happening on Bitcoin? Actually still actually going up, very nice. I like the support structure here. Plus, I like this momentum now. It's no longer this crazy move here. Now, at least we see a nice reversal, a slower go, a push to the upside. Maybe it will also come back like that. That is how the market is supposed to move. Not that crazy move, because that is bad, because 2 minutes later the market can just sell. Just look at this. Look at this level there. Just imagine if you bought there. Only 4 hours you out, then the market is back again. It's running again. So most likely we have to follow the market, which is actually a trend that the market can actually sustain. There are other trends that are just like this. You can see that, no, even if I don't really understand some stuff, but we know very well that the market won't be moving like that. The market will end up doing something like that, maybe continuing going up like that. You see that? And that's how the market moves. Why? Because there are people who are selling, there are people who are buying also. So it has to go down, up, down, right? So now we are actually on DXY, or dollar index. This actually measures the strength of the dollar. So once you see it going up, there is so many factors that affects this dollar. So once we see it going up, it doesn't really mean automatically, or let's say maybe it doesn't really mean that it's forced for other pairs that just to respect the dollar like that, because they also have their own effects or their own factors that actually strengthen their currency. So if the dollar is going up, that's good for the dollar, but it doesn't really mean that everything that is going against the dollar, it will be losing at the moment, right? So, but where we are, you can easily see that the market broke out here, and we see this nice resistance. So maybe the market will be respecting that. If it respects that, it means we will see the market going down, or now it seems like it's breaking out. It seems to be breaking out. We will see if maybe it's going to continue like that. But since we have some economic news today, things might change very quick. We have jobless claims, we have GDP quarter over quarter. That might be something that will maybe slow down this move. But it's still early. And I hope you did see a Nasdaq yesterday going up. Nasdaq did push up yesterday, aggressively so, and before the market closed. And it was going down. I don't know what was happening there, because when I checked, there was no any economic news or something like that. So now we are actually on USD/JPY. What's really happening on USD/JPY? You can easily see that the structures are still quite the same as yesterday, the same as last week. Our structure is still continuing going up, so we're not actually confused about the market structure. We are still full on this. We are still all in on this uptrend. So now we are just waiting for the market to break out of this smaller consolidation. We can see that the market is consolidating around that level. So from there, we will be saying that it's time for the market to do what? To fly or to go to the moon, or maybe the market might try to reverse before we see a very nice push to the upside. That's what I see. So nothing much there. So let's push to the next one, which is GBPUSD, Great British Pound. What's really happening? Remember, the time GBP was going down. GBP, I think it's last week, they actually, let's say interest rate, let's say rates. So their interest rates, they were unchanged, and they also expecting to cut the rates. So which means when they cut the rates, it means they're trying to slow or how can I call this? They're trying to cut its momentum. They're trying to slow it down. Remember, English is not my mother tongue, but if you understand that, it's fine. So they're trying to slow this this currency because inflation is slowly going down. So once they cut the rate, it means that the momentum of this crazy bullish move, it will start to go down. And if you still remember, this move, it was because of the dollar, because they did say we keep our rates unchanged, but we have to cut them maybe 3 times this year. They did not specify to say when, and they did not say we will. They said we might cut them, we might have 3 cuts, right? So it means anything can change. So with that, because that means the dollar was losing some momentum, we saw a GBP going up. The second day, which was Thursday, GBP actually, they said the same thing. We're going to cut the rates, but I don't know if they specified how many times, because I did not really listen to their conference. I just actually read, skim read, you know, you can't read everything. So that made the GDP, actually GBP to be way too weaker against the dollar, right? So we saw a breakout, a very nice breakout. From there, then we have this nice retest there. Now the market seems to be consolidating around this level. So now our job is to do what? To wait for the market to break this support area. Then we can say, okay, now it's time to do what? To look for those sells, because once the market breaks out here, it shows us that now the market is downtrending. We are coming from this uptrend. Do you see that? I hope you see that. I hope you see that. So that's why we start to see this type of a move. So now if you understand fundamentals, you will start to realize that, oh, the most important economic news or economic indicator, it's actually rates, right? Interest rates. So these are very, very important, because it's like they wait for everything to come out: CPI, PPI, PCEs, retail sales, then rates. Rates is like the decision that they take. It should tell you that, okay, it means things are positive or are looking positive, or things are still looking negative. If you see the rates going up, it shows you that things are not going well. If they are going down, it shows you that, oh, things are now going down. Prices are going down. Simple as that. So let's push to the next one. That's why I'm starting to say this is going to be technical analysis and fundamentals. So now we are on Euro USD. What's really happening? Quite straightforward structure. The market is going up. Sorry, the market was going up as an uptrend. The market was uptrending. We had a breakout here. I like the fact that the market is now trying to do what? To go down here, because already the market showed us that I'm breaking out. So you can see that we were on an uptrend. We were expecting the market to continue, by the way. But since the market broke out, it shows us that no, the dollar is actually stronger against euro. And that will mean that after the market breaks out here, we will have to have a proper sell from this area, and we're going to continue with that, because this is actually a very fresh start. We might have something like that going further, something like that. So which means the dollar is now gaining the momentum. I hope you did see on that DXY, right? So yeah, now I think this will be a very nice sell. Let me just place the notification there. I think I don't really want to miss that after I'm done with this video, because I need to send this to my people in the group, right? So we have some serious changes that are going to happen actually starting from next week. So here we had actually gold. You can see that the structures was actually going down. Previously we had this nice downtrend structures. So the structure was going down very nice. And then we have this aggressive bullish momentum, right? So on this aggressive bullish momentum, you can easily see or understand that there was something happening. I think I did try to explain that there are this, before we go maybe on the other economies, just know that gold, it's actually called safe haven. So not like seriously heaven, but something that it's an alternative to something that you can run to when everything's not really running very well. Let's say you can't buy currencies now, you can't buy stocks because there is geopolitical news, there is wars, there is all those things. Then the best thing that you can buy and that can hold or retain its value for a quite long, I think for limitless, because for more than 100 years, gold has been very, very valuable and it's still flying even now. So we have economies like Japan, they were not performing very well. They even increased their rates for the first time in 16 years, by the way. So they are buying what? They are buying gold. I think they reduced their bonds on the US. And there are other economies like Russia, like China, like so many of them, they are buying gold because the markets are not performing very well. Plus, we have some geopolitical tensions all over the place, and the gold can be a good value for now. And that, if you don't really want to lose your money, you have to buy something that can actually survive all the ups and downs, right? I'm trying to make these things simple for you, but just imagine when you are in our mentorship, then that is going to be great. That is going to be, you're going to learn. All this experience you're going to learn. So I will be updating you next week. So we are moving on the next journey. We are moving on the next journey. So now what's really happening, you can easily see that, yes, the market here, it's actually going, it's trying to go up, as we see that we saw this breakout out there. But what I know is with this breakout, most likely we might not really get a proper structure. Why? Because the market is going up aggressively, and it seems like there are still enough bullish momentum, so which means we might end up getting something like that going even further. If you still remember, yes, I said the market might still go up, especially on gold. Yes, that was an actual order. Whatever that you see here, this was an actual order in our group. You can see that the market was halfway towards our TP. So I told my people, guys, if you are eating, you can try to get out of that. It's enough, or you can still hold, or you can just lock so that you can continue eating. So simple as that. But where we are now, obviously, I can't just say buy or no. I will be waiting. So on US30, you can easily see that, yes, I'm still right. I can confidently say that I'm still right because you can see I've been following the trend for quite some time. So to me, this is not really overbought. We're still going further. So I think on Tuesday or Monday, I no longer remember, we had this buy pending order. Yesterday, the market was just flying. Please, guys, I forgot to tell you that you can lock your profits or you can just get out because we are very closer to the resistance. Likely enough, we did smash this one very nice, and I really like that. So if maybe you are part of the team, just know that you should lock your profits or just secure your profits is more than enough. So you can easily see that, yes, the market is still continuing going up. This is our potential support, but since we are on this aggressive bullish move, I understand that the market will end up continuing like that. Already you can see that we have a proper support. Yes, the market can do everything like that, something like that, but as long as we are still on that uptrend, we are still going to look for those buys, right? So we don't really have to confuse ourselves, and we are so disciplined so that we don't really matter. We don't really even care if maybe we don't really have a trade for today, or as long as we understand what's really happening. So on Friday, we're going to have some PCE, which I've been talking about it. So I'm expecting it to go a little bit lower. But the thing is, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, Friday is tomorrow. So the problem is, just because it's Friday, the market might not really open, which means things might be quite slow. But on Monday, things might start to fly if we receive some good news. So what's really happening is, yes, we are still on this nice uptrend. You can see the market is still going up. On this, you might think maybe this is quite easy. Yes, it is when you start to understand what's really happening. So you can see that I'm expecting to see a continuation of this buy. So some people, they can say, Kenzo, that thing is on a downtrend. No, it's not really on a downtrend. We are still on an uptrend. Mostly the market does something like that. The market creates this nice resistance, and then the market start to go down, even here we had something like that, even there we had something like this, even here we have something like this. And with that, it should show you that maybe we are very closer to another push to the upside. Do you see that? I hope you see that. So that is what I see from now on. I'm expecting to see a very nice bullish momentum. I'm expecting to see another continuation of a buy. I'm just relaxed. I'm just relaxed on this. I'm not even, there's no, like, I just feel, when you start to have this confidence, guys, it's on the next level. So, but if maybe the market continues going down, we have this nice support area here that I'm expecting to go. I'm expecting it to actually go up, you see. So by the way, guys, you can actually be in this game for quite long, maybe 4 years. Let's just talk about that, guys. We no longer care much, guys. If maybe you are in a hurry, you can go check other videos which are just 5 minutes. So if maybe you are in this game for quite some time, let's say maybe you have more than 2 years, 2 years plus, and you're still not making it, maybe 3 years, 4 years, so don't actually kill yourself, don't actually stress much. It's different from person to person. You might have someone who can teach you, maybe they made it within 3 months or whatever, but it will differ from person to person, or it will differ individually. So sometimes you just need to have proper mentor, or proper mentorship, or proper training. Because most of the people, or what I've seen before, or even now, people learn something. Let's say you learn something for 3 months. For 3 months, right? So what they do, let's say this is the first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Mostly what they do is they just keep it the same. They don't really change. They get much better in this thing. And for them, they just repeat the same thing. They just repeat. And sometimes you can say, I've been in the game for quite some time. Yes, you've been in the game for quite some time doing the same thing. You were not improving. You were not changing. You were not learning different things. And that might be the problem. It's not like maybe you don't really know how to analyze the market. Maybe you know how to analyze the market, but maybe you're just repeating the same thing. You just know only that. Can you explore other things? Can you try to think outside the box? The market is changing every day. You're still stuck with something that you have learned 4 years ago, and you're still expecting it to work. It did not really work on your first year, on your second year, and you're still repeating it now, maybe next year, maybe next year. Try to see, just go back on yourself, guys. You just have a notebook and say, okay, 2023, right? 23 last year, 2024. Maybe you can also add 2022 and explain what you were doing, how you were approaching the market, what's the different, actually everything that you were doing last year. How you approach the market, your time frames, your strategies, your planning, your trading plan, whatever that you were trading. Write them here. Okay, now this is the new year. Maybe it will depend. If maybe things were going good, if maybe you were winning, maybe let's say 60% of the time, or maybe 50%, I think I can say it's good for you to repeat those things. Because if something is good, why not? Why do you want to change that? But if last year it wasn't really good for you, write those things down and see what changed this year. Are you still doing whatever that you were doing last year, or maybe even last year? So what do you expect? You expecting to get new results. You know you were not following the rules. You know you had trading plans, or maybe you did not really have one, but maybe now, or you have one, you had some trading plans which you don't really follow. Are you still doing the same thing? So if you're still doing the same thing, what do you expect? Do you expect some new 1 + 1 is going to be 2? It's not going to be 4. So mostly your mind sometimes can be way too much bigger than what we think we are. It can control you and you don't even see that. It's called habits, right? So the habit that you had, whatever that habit that you have, which did not make you any money last year, check them if you still have them now and try to modify them, try to change them every day. Sometimes you just need to read a book. Sometimes you just need to meet someone. Sometimes you just need to learn from different mentors. And just because you had a mentor before, don't stop there. Still continue, get someone else. You're not going to learn everything, but you're gonna take maybe 10% out of that, and that slowly it changes you. It changes the way you see the market. Simple as that. So, anyways, I think this video, it's now 30 minutes. Let's see what's really happening on the next one, which is S&P 500. I think S&P 500, it was just going up, quite similar to Nasdaq 100. So you can easily see that the market is still going up. The market is still going up. So just because this worked for me last year, this uptrend, I'm still repeating that. If things start to change, I will try to see what's really happening. And it's good when you are always on the charts like this. You can see the difference. You can see, oh, this thing is now moving like this. Then I will change, right? So now we can easily see that the market is actually on this resistance. Maybe it will break. If it breaks, that might also have a very nice effect on Nasdaq. Maybe we'll see the market going up. Mostly towards Fridays, the market tends to go up or down, right? But we are on the resistance. Will the market break that or not? We will see. We don't really know, but we have a proper support there. The market might come around this area before going up, right? So let's push to the next one. Let's push to the next one, which is US oil. So on US oil, nothing much, guys. I think there is nothing much that I'm going to add here. Quite similar to yesterday, last week. The market is still going up. We are on a very nice uptrend. So what we see here is just a continuation of this nice bullish momentum. But we have also this inner structure which is just consolidating, but still on a very nice uptrend. But I'm just waiting for the market to reach this support before going up. Simple as that. So anyways, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. Bye.